أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه أجمعين. We have reached the sixth condition that must exist for our fasting to be considered from the fasting of the elite. Imam Al-Ghazali says رحمه الله السادس أن يكون قلبه بعد الإفطار معلقا مضطربا بين الخوف والرجاء. The sixth condition is that the heart of the person must be suspended and unsettled between fear and hope after iftar, meaning they should not think or be certain that their fasting has been accepted. إذ ليس يدري أيقبل صومه فهو من المقربين أو يرد عليه فهو من الممقوتين, because the person does not know whether their fasting has been accepted and they have become from those who are close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or whether their fasting has been rejected and they're from those who have been cut off and are disliked. وَلْيَكُنْ كَذَلِكَ فِي آخِرِ كُلِّ عِبَادَةٍ يَفْرُغُ منها. And let the person be as such after every act of worship that they complete. فقد روي عن الحسن بن أبي الحسن البصري. It has been narrated from Al-Hasan, the son of Al-Hasan al-Basri, أنه مر بقوم وهم يضحكون, that he passed by a people while they were laughing. فقال, and he said, إن الله عز وجل جعل شهر رمضان مضمارا لخلقه يستبقون فيه لطاعته. He said Allah Azza wa Jal has made the month of Ramadan a racetrack in which people race each other when it comes to the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَسَبَقَ قَوْمٌ فَفَازُوا, and a group of people got ahead and they won and they succeeded. وَتَخَلَّفَ أَقْوَامٌ فَخَابُوا, and a group of people remained behind and they lost. فالعجب كل العجب للضاحك اللاعب في اليوم الذي فاز فيه السابقون وخاب فيه المبطلون. And a bewilderment, a complete bewilderment for the person who laughs and plays in a day in which those who got ahead won and succeeded, and those who remained behind lost. So it's not a day of laughter, it's a day of pondering and action. أما والله لو كشف الغطاء لاشتغل المحسن بإحسانه والمسيء بإساءته. But by Allah, if the curtain was lifted, was removed, the person of good, the good doer, would be preoccupied with his or her good, and the evil doer would be busy with their evil. Meaning, if the curtain was removed and people were able to see whether their fasting or their acts of worship are accepted or not. And Imam Al-Ghazali explains to us what this means. أي كان سرور المقبول يشغله عن اللعب, meaning that the happiness of the person whose act of worship or fasting has been accepted will prevent him or preoccupy him from playing, meaning they will be so happy. Obviously, now that the curtain has been removed and people know that whether their actions, their fasting has been accepted or not, the happiness or the joy that the person will have, the person who knows, who now knows his fasting or her fasting has been accepted, will prevent them from playing and laughing. وحسرة المردود تسد عليه باب الضحك. And the same goes with the person whose fasting has been rejected, meaning if the veil is removed and the person knows that their fasting has been rejected and not accepted, their sorrow and their regret will prevent them from laughing and playing. وعن الأحنف بن قيس أنه قيل أنه قيل له إنك شيخ كبير وإن الصيام يضعفك. And it has been narrated from Al-Ahnaf, the son of Qais, that it was said to him that you are an old man and fasting weakens you, يضعفك. فقال إني أعده لسفر طويل. He said, I prepare my fasting I gather and accumulate my acts of worship and fasting for a very long journey, meaning the journey from this life to the hereafter. والصبر على طاعة الله سبحانه أهون من الصبر على عذابه. And being patient upon the obedience and worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is much easier and lighter than being patient upon the punishment and the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فهذه هي المعاني الباطنة في الصوم, and these are the internal or the hidden meanings of fasting. And inshallah I will skip some sections for the same reasons that I mentioned in the previous videos. But I do want to read one more paragraph that Imam Al-Ghazali has written. He says, Imam Al-Ghazali rahimahullah, وَالْإِنسَانُ رُتْبَتُهُ فَوْقَ رُتْبَةِ الْبَهَائِمِ. The human being, or the station of the human being, is above the station of other animals. لِقُدْرَتِهِ بِنُورِ الْعَقْلِ عَلَى كَسْرِ شَهْوَتِهِ. Because of the strength that he has, been given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the light of the intellect to break his or her lowly desires, to contain and break his or her lowly desires. وَدُونَ رُتْبَةِ الْمَلَائِكَةِ لِإِسْتِيلَاءِ الشَّهَوَاتِ عَلَيْهِ. And his station, or the station of the human being, is below the station of the angels, because sometimes these lowly desires, these shahawat, take control of him. وَكَوْنِهِ مُبْتَلًا بِمُجَاهِدَتِهَا. And again, he is the station of the human being is below the station of angels, the malaika, because he is tested. He's mubtala. He is tested by the struggle that he has to go through to break his lowly desires. The malaikas, the angels, do not have to go through that struggle. فَكُلَّمَا انْهَمَكَ في الشهوات انحط إلى أسفل السافلين. And whenever the human being is immersed or absorbed in his lowly or her lowly desires, they fall below the lowest of the low. Their station falls below the lowest station. وَالْتَحَقَ بِغُمَارِ الْبَهَامِ. And they reach, or they will now be considered from the gathering or the group of other animals. They will be bunched with the other animals. وَكُلَّمَا قَمَعَ الشَّهَوَاتِ ارْتَفَعَ إِلَى أَعْلَى عِلِّيِّينَ. And whenever the human being, breaks their lowly desires, they ascend and they rise to the highest station, to the highest of the high. They go above the highest of the high. وَالْتَحَقَ بِأُفُقِ الْمَلَائِكَةِ. And they are grouped with they reach the farthest station of the angels. وَالْمَلَائِكَةُ مُقَرَّبُونَ مِنَ اللَّهِ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ. And the angels are close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَالَّذِي يَقْتَدِي بِهِمْ يَتَشَبَّهُ بِأَخْلَاقِهِمْ وَيَتَشَبَّهُ بِأَخْلَاقِهِمْ يَقْرُبُ مِنَ اللَّهِ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ كَقُرْبِهِمْ. And whoever follows the footstep of the angels and embodies their characteristics, they get close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the same way that the angels are close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَإِنَّ الشَّبِيهَ مِنَ الْقَرِيبِ قَرِيبٌ. For indeed the one who is similar to the one who is close is also close. وليس القرب ثم بالمكان بل بالصفات. And their nearness or closeness is not measured by distance or place, but rather it is measured by characteristics and traits. May Allah grant all of us the strength to fulfill all the 6 conditions that Imam Al-Ghazali mentions, and make the most out of the month of Ramadan. I will not go through the next chapter. The next chapter of the book of the secrets of fasting is about fasting outside of the month of Ramadan, and perhaps it is more appropriate that we read this chapter after Ramadan. But for now, inshallah, we'll conclude. I have gone over everything that I thought would be beneficial from the book of the secrets of fasting, and I ask Allah Azza wa Jal that it was beneficial to all of us, and that He has accepted it from all of us. And I ask that all of you make dua for Imam Al-Ghazali rahimahullah. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.